What if I told you the DJI Pocket 4 has officially been spotted in the real world? Not in a factory leak, not in a blurry warehouse photo, but in a retail store. Because that just happened. After months of will they, won't they speculation, the Pocket 4 has finally shown up on camera. Real hands-on footage, real environment, real device. And the way it leaked makes this even more interesting. In this video, we're breaking down the Malaysia sighting, the built-in LED surprise, the possible specs, and why this might mean launch is literally around the corner. Here's the story. A customer walked into a DJI-authorized retailer in Kuala Lumpur at Fahrenheit 88 in Bukit Bintang, holding the brand new Pocket 4. The store staff were so surprised, they recorded a 33-second clip and posted it to their official Instagram. The video was quickly deleted, and you know what that usually means. The manufacturer caught wind. But screenshots and frames were already captured. And this is important. This wasn't staged promo content. It was filmed casually in store. The reactions looked genuine. The environment was real. This is the first authentic hands-on footage outside early China whispers. When retail stores start leaking products, that usually signals one thing: launch is very close. So what do we actually see in the footage? First, that signature 3-axis stabilization still looks incredibly smooth. The customer was casually panning around the shop, and the footage had that classic pocket glide. For travel creators and daily vloggers, that stability is the core appeal. We also spotted the familiar 2-inch flip-out OLED screen, the physical joystick, and the quick access buttons. The one-handed usability remains intact. DJI clearly understands that speed matters for creators on the move. But the real headline feature is sitting right on the front. There it is, a fully integrated LED light built directly into the front of the Pocket 4. You know what's funny? For years, creators have clipped tiny lights onto the Pocket. Extra accessories, extra bulk, extra hassle. And now DJI just builds it in. This changes everything for low-light vlogging, indoor shooting, night travel clips, and restaurant selfies. No more carrying a separate light, no more mounting anything extra. Think of it like this. The Pocket series has always been about minimal gear. The LED makes it even more self-contained. For running gun creators, this might be the most practical upgrade yet. Now, let's address the question flooding the comments. Are we finally getting 6K? Based on that accidental Amazon Denmark listing that surfaced earlier, the standard Pocket 4 may stick with 4K but push extremely high frame rates, possibly up to 240 frames per second. That suggests DJI is prioritizing super slow motion over higher resolution. On paper, 6K sounds impressive, but in real-world workflows, higher frame rates for cinematic slow motion might be more useful for everyday creators. That listing also hinted at March 2026 shipping, and when you line that up with this Malaysia retail sighting, it feels like we're entering the final countdown. Now, here's where things get practical. Reports suggest the battery is increasing from around 1300 mAh to roughly 1545 mAh. That could push recording time beyond 200 minutes. That's a meaningful jump from the current model. For travel days or event coverage, extra runtime matters. The sensor is still reportedly 1 inch, but possibly enhanced for better low-light performance. Add Wi-Fi 6 for faster transfers and a brighter OLED display for better outdoor visibility, and this feels like a refined evolution rather than a risky redesign. Specs are one thing, workflow improvements are another. Seeing the Pocket 4 operating in a real store environment changes the tone completely. Autofocus looked fast, AI tracking appeared responsive, stabilization remained excellent. The built-in LED makes it more complete. The battery bump extends usability. The form factor stays pocket-friendly. So what do we know? The DJI Pocket 4 is real. it's in stores, it's performing, and it looks ready. Now I want to hear from you. Is that built-in LED enough to make you upgrade from your Pocket 3? Or are you holding out for a rumored Pro variant with dual cameras? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What if the DJI Osmo Action 7 ends up being one of those quiet upgrades that completely changes how we think about action cameras? Not with flashy leaks or dramatic teaser videos, but with subtle improvements that only make sense once you start using it. That is exactly where things stand right now. This is not a leak-heavy episode. Instead, we are connecting the dots using DJI's very predictable behavior, recent launch patterns, and the rumors that actually line up with how this company operates. By the end of this video, you should have a clear picture of when the Action 7 might arrive, what it is likely to focus on, and whether it is shaping up to be worth waiting for. Let's talk timing first, because DJI leaves breadcrumbs if you know where to look. The Osmo Action lineup has settled into a rhythm over the years. Late summer to late fall has become the comfort zone, with most releases landing between August and November. Action cameras are a holiday-friendly product, and DJI clearly understands that. The Action 6 pushing into November 2025 showed that they are willing to slide the calendar when it benefits them. So looking ahead, the most realistic window for the Osmo Action 7 is September through November 2026, with October feeling like the sweet spot. If DJI sticks to form, expect a roughly 12-month gap and the launch time for maximum visibility. Now let's address the question a lot of US viewers are already asking. Will this even be sold stateside? The concern comes from the FCC covered list update at the end of 2025, which mainly targets drones and unmanned systems. On paper, action cameras do not fall into that category. That is the good news. The gray area is perception and process. DJI being on that list means more scrutiny, more paperwork, and potentially slower approvals even for non-drone products. That does not mean the Action 7 is banned. It means things could move slower and with more friction. Unless regulators clarify the distinction, DJI may face delays, but an outright block still feels unlikely. When it comes to specs, expectations should stay grounded. The Osmo Action 7 is shaping up to be a refinement-focused camera, not a radical redesign. The rumored sensor remains a 1/1.1-inch CMOS, but with faster readout and improved noise handling. That matters more than chasing bigger numbers. Better readout reduces rolling shutter, while cleaner noise processing improves low light and HDR. The variable aperture is expected to return, likely covering a range around f2 to f4, which gives creators more exposure flexibility in bright conditions without relying entirely on electronic tricks. Video is where DJI usually stacks quiet improvements. Rumors point toward 8K recording at up to 60 frames per second, and 4K slow motion pushing as high as 240 frames per second. That sounds impressive, but the real upgrade would be consistency. Better heat management, smarter distortion correction, and more usable HDR could push dynamic range closer to the 15-stop mark being discussed. That would translate into cleaner skies, more detail in shadows, and footage that holds together better in harsh lighting. The field of view should stay wide, but smarter processing could make footage feel more natural, instead of ultra-distorted. Finally, pricing. DJI has been remarkably disciplined here. Mainstream action cameras usually sit in a predictable bracket. Based on past launches, a standard Osmo Action 7 combo landing between $349 and $429 feels realistic. Accessory-heavy adventure bundles could push closer to the $479 to $549 range depending on what is included. Nothing here suggests a dramatic price hike, and that fits the theme. The Action 7 looks positioned as a polished evolution evolution, not a bold experiment. Until certifications or official teasers appear, this is the most realistic picture we have. So what do you think? Is refinement what the action camera market needs right now, or are you waiting for something more disruptive? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this breakdown helped, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what comes next.